What is personal branding in 30 seconds or less? In 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, in 30 seconds or less. This is way too short. I kinda got it. No, failed. Damn it. This is gonna be great content. What is personal branding in 30 seconds or less? There's so much chaos and confusion of what personal branding is. Let's break it down. Everybody's talking about the external, the archetypes. Blue is your color because it's trustworthy. That's absolute bullshit. There are so many people that are saying the wrong things. There's so much chaos, it's confusing. Let's just break it down like this, Jonathan Dilley style, what I think personal branding is. Personal branding is a mix of three things: your name, your face, and how you make people feel, and that's it. Your name, easy. Your face, easy. How you make people feel, that takes a lifetime for you to... I guess we'll never know. Get out! Here are some examples of bad personal branding in 30 seconds or less. Gimmicky tagline. Website and Instagram account name that aren't the same. Calling yourself other than your first name. Basically, your URL is thebestvoicechoicebyjoyceboyce.com. Your Instagram is twinkletoast1984, and your name is Greg. That's bad personal branding. You look like shit. It's cheap, it's gimmicky, it's not cool. 2 seconds! Yes! Nailed it. No, we're good. What's the goal of personal branding in 30 seconds or less? The goal of personal branding in 30 seconds or less is good branding versus bad branding. Bad branding is cheap, gimmicky, bells and whistles. That looks like shit. Good branding is when Warren Buffett says, yeah, what does he say? Oh my God, check my notes. Warren Buffett says, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Will Rogers says you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Good branding is not looking like shit. This is way too short. This is fun. What's the difference between business branding and personal branding in 30 seconds or less? Business branding, Nike, Apple. Personal branding, Meryl Streep. If Meryl Streep were to be a business, she'd have a tagline. The Chameleon. She wouldn't use her name. She would have a crappy, gimmicky tagline like the Chameleon that can play every role in your movie. That's so gimmicky, that's so cheap, it's all external. It's completely out of her control. A personal brand is in your control. It is who you are, it's your name, your face, how you make people feel, and it's not a logo, it's not a tagline. It's who you are. In all aspects of who you are. I wish I could say more. No. Why you can't brand a person like a business in 30 seconds or less. Business, Apple, Nike, Adidas, Bosch, multi-million, billion-dollar corporations, lots of different employees. A person doesn't have that. Even Meryl Streep, she might have a PR team, but she doesn't have a huge, like, big old HQ. Oh my goodness, there's so much to say, and I have 6 seconds. People buy from who you are because they trust you as a person. Yeah. It's soul destroying. Here's why you should use your own name for your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. Jonathan Tilley, Meryl Streep, Charlize Theron, Timothy Chalamet. Like, you hear the name, you see the name, you know the personal branding is your name, your face, and how you make people feel. When you think about Meryl Streep, you see her face, you know her name, and you feel something. That's why you have to build a personal brand and not build a business brand with a logo and a tagline and like the color palette of blue, although you hate the color blue. That's not you. It's not Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep would never have a tagline. This is hard. Why you shouldn't have an icon in your logo in 30 seconds or less. If you are a voiceover artist and you have a microphone as an icon in your logo, if you're an actor and you have the happy sad faces as an icon in your logo, if you're a photographer and you have a camera lens in the icon of your logo, you look cheap. It's gimmicky. It's what everybody like knee-jerk goes to. Amateur, you're better than that. You're high profile. You want to like bring in the good clients and make more money? Get rid of the icon. We just need your name, first name, last name as your logo. That's it. You do not need an icon. Is your logo your personal brand in 30 seconds or less? No. Here's why. A logo is like one flower. Your color palette is like another flower. Your website is another flower. Your photography is another flower. Your design for your branding is another flower. All these flowers come together and create a bouquet, which is your personal brand. If you say, here's my logo, this is who I am, that's an Instagram post. That's not a brand. And after you posted that, what else do you have? Nothing. This is so hard. Why you need to show your face for your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. Here's an example. There's somebody that I follow on Instagram, and I've been following her for a long time, and I went to a conference, and this woman came up to me. She's like, oh my God, hi, it's so-and-so. I'm like, hi. I didn't know who she was because she never showed her face. We would have DM conversations all the time. I did not know what this woman looked like. She left and she's like, I'll DM you and then she DMs me later and I'm like, oh my God, it's her. If you aren't showing your face, you're hiding. And that's not a good look for you. Show your face. Why does personal branding feel so out of control in 30 seconds or less? Because the way that you are framing personal branding in your mind is based off of business branding. That's not personal branding. Business branding is Apple, logo, Nike, just do it, slogan. That's business branding. Completely out of your control. External, what do you think of me? What should I do? Versus personal branding, it's all internal. Who am I? What are my favorite colors? What do I like to wear? And just showing up and being that for yourself, that's personal branding. That's way more in control. If you're doing external, then that's out of your control, like this timer. This is gonna be great content. How long does it take to build your personal brand in 30 seconds or less? Well, longer than 30 seconds, obviously, but here's a quick tip. I always say your personal brand is a mix of three things: your name, your face, and how you make people feel. Your name, easy, done. Your face, take a photo, done. Those things are completely in your control and super, super quick to get done. How you make people feel? A lifetime. It's a lifetime. Meryl Streep, all the work that she's done. She makes us feel something. We want to watch the new Meryl Streep movie. We want to feel something. We know that she's going to deliver that. Meryl Streep has given us a lifetime of great content. Oh, I gotta stop talking. A lifetime. The answer is a lifetime. And people will be like, oh shit. Yeah. I don't need this. Why you shouldn't have a concept for your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. A concept needs to be delivered. A concept needs to be told. A concept needs to be, sit down, let me tell you this concept. Takes way too long for people to remember and to like stick into their brains and for people to understand. Versus saying, hi, my name's Jonathan Tilley. Boom, name, face, done. So having a concept for your personal brand, like calling, if Meryl Streep was called the Chameleon, you'd be like, wait, what? Why? Why isn't you just calling yourself Meryl Streep? You don't need a concept. It's so difficult to not keep talking. This is tough.
That's why it's fun.
How to make your personal brand memorable in 30 seconds or less. Name, face, how you make people feel. That's it. Name and face, super easy to do. You're already doing it anyway. Kudos you. How you make people feel, that's gonna take a lifetime, but that's gonna be, this isn't the right answer. Shit, I have 15 seconds. How to make yourself memorable. Use your name, because people remember names and faces. Use your name, use your face, those first two things for the rest of your life, which is what you're doing anyway. So kudos you! Rock and roll! That's a tough question to answer in 30 seconds. How do you memorable? No, I'm not doing it over. Here's why you should have the same name for your website, URL, and your socials in 30 seconds or less. JonathanTilley.com on website. And then my Instagram would be TwinkleToes1984. You're hiding behind this random anonymous pseudonym of your Instagram account. Why? If you're going to be using Instagram for like bringing leads in and getting to know, why are you called TwinkleToes1984? Makes no sense. Consistency throughout. Change your name. And I know when you started like Instagram, you're like, oh, let me just write TwinkleToes1984. It's cute. It doesn't work. Be consistent. This is so hard. Here's why you should use your first name, last name, even if it's an easy name for your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. Mary Phillips, a client of mine. She used to be called Riveting Narration. I'm like, what does that even mean? Why don't we use your full name, first name, last name? She's like, because my name's so boring. I'm like, it's memorable. Like, use it. Or Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt. Oh, we know who she is. Devil Wears Prada, all those other movies. Super simple name to remember. That's like awesome. That's ace in the hole. That's wonderful. You've been given a great name that's memorable, that's super, super simple to write out. Use it!
Rufus looking at you like...
Here's why you should use your first name, last name for your personal brand, even if it's a difficult name to say, speak, spell, and everything in 30 seconds or less. Charlize Theron. Yes, Theron, like heron. She went on to Graham Norton's show, and Graham Norton was like, how do you say your last name? Everybody isn't saying it right. It's like, it's not Charlize Theron, it's not Charlize Theron, it's Charlize Theron, like heron. She gave us a little trick. Awesome. A client of mine, Natasha Machevka, super difficult last name, but it actually makes me go, oh, how do you say it again? It's memorable, right? Or when I used to be in musical theater and you would go to dance auditions and you'd have all these different random people's names and you get to learn their names. There's so much more to say. Name is a good thing. Why the name with a face association is so vital for personal branding in 30 seconds or less. People say, oh, I'm really good with names, but not good with faces, or the other way around. I'm really good with faces, but not good with names. Do you notice that everybody is good with one or the other, but still they keep saying name with the face? This is how we identify people. This is how we go, oh yeah, you know, Jeffrey from math class, and right? This is so vital to personal branding because personal branding is a mix of three things: your name, your face, and how you make people feel. The first two things. If you can get the name with the face association when you're introducing yourself to dream clients, that is a huge step forward. And that's why name with the face association is so important. I kind of got it. No, failed. Damn it. Here's why you're so afraid to use your first name, last name for your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. You're hiding, you're scared, you are like, oh, if I just use a different name, like a business name for my personal brand, then if I fail, then my friends won't, I'll be less embarrassed. It's less risk because you're not using your full name. You think it's less risk, but actually it's way more risk because you aren't making a connection with your dream clients. They're like, who is TwinkleToes1984 when I really want to work with Greg? Can I just work with Greg? Where can I find Greg online? They're Googling you, they're not finding you because they're looking for Greg, and you're promoting yourself as Twinkle Toes in 1984. Just stop it. Stop hiding. Here's why not showing your face ruins your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. If you just post quotes all the time, if you just post your cat all the time, if you post all these things on social media all the time, and then like bring it back to your website, if you're posting quotes and cat videos, and you only have like maybe one silhouette of you in your about page, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? Your clients will be like, I'm not gonna give this random anonymous person that's hiding a job because I don't know who they are. They look psychotic. You're not getting work because you're not showing up. Show up. What does personal branding and passport control have in common in 30 seconds or less? When you go through passport control, you hand over your passport, they check your face, they check your name on the ticket as well. Is this the right name? Is this the right face, name, association, person here coming through into this country on this flight? Are they a drug dealer? Are they a criminal? Are they just a normal person? It's gatekeeping, it's vibe check, right? So with your personal brand, name, your face, first two things, how you make people feel, that takes a lifetime to build, but with your name and your face, very easy, very quick. Name with a face association. It's a vibe check. Will you get through passport control or not? Vibe check with your clients. Are they like, or, okay, she's a normal person. I know this person. Stop talking. Stop talking. Shut up, silly. Here's why just be you is the worst personal branding advice in 30 seconds or less. Just be you. Could you be more general? Be you. What aspect of you? Your crazy you when you're in a fight with your partner over the electricity bill? Should you present that to the world? Or just be you when you're sick in bed with corona and you're like, I want to die. Do you want to present that to the world? Just be you is so general, but if you got hyper specific on the different aspects of yourself that you want to share in the business world, do taglines really make a difference in 30 seconds or less? No. Don't do it. I'm going to spend 25 seconds just staring at you. I see you. I see all of you using taglines. The best voice choice by Joyce Boyce. And your name is Greg. You think I'm wasting your time? You're wasting my time and everybody else's time. Stop it! How to define yourself as a business in 30 seconds or less. Don't. Don't do business branding, a logo, a tagline, and hiding behind a facade. Don't. Build a personal brand. What's your name? What's your face? How do you make people feel? What are your special skills? Lead with that. Don't define yourself. You can't define something that is external to you. You can only define what is internal. I gotta stop talking now because I hit the timer. Personal branding, business branding. Why is everybody doing this when they should be doing that? Here's why you can't build a personal brand and people please at the same time in 30 seconds or less. When you're people pleasing, it's all external. Is this okay? Validation? I'm gonna change myself, my core being, to please you, and I'm gonna ignore myself. I'm gonna give you all the attention. I'm gonna give you, like, just for that validation. You can't build a personal brand off of that. It's fake. Versus being internal and going, what do I like? Who am I? What are my colors? And if you don't like this, that's okay, because you're not paying my rent. That's a personal brand. You can't do both. I know, because I used to be a people pleaser. Here's why putting on a persona is killing your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. You look fake. When you go to buy a car at a used carsman sales lot where they're like, buy now for $9.95, it feels fake. It feels put on. People don't buy from people that are selling like that. If you just are not fake, if you stop putting on a persona and just saying, this is who I am, people go, oh my God, finally, real, authentic person with a pulse and a backbone and a heartbeat. Way easier. Way easier. That's your personal brand, who you are. What aspects of, I know I gotta stop. Ah, this is so difficult. Here's why your photos don't feel like you anymore in 30 seconds or less. You maybe had those photos taken 8 years ago. You maybe cut your hair. You gained weight. You lost weight. You moved. My case, you moved. I moved from Germany to Spain, and my photos from Germany had a totally different vibe than my photos and my lifestyle here in Spain. People change, people evolve, and that's totally fine, but that needs to be reflected in the most current version of yourself and the current versions of your photography. And
the crowd goes wild.
I finally did it. Finally did it. Here's why when you say, I have to brand myself and you feel so much pressure is killing your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. It's because you're looking for external validation. The color blue, it means trustworthy, so I need to have blue in my color palette, but you hate blue. Blue looks like shit on you. You're more of a rosé. You're not a blue. But I have to be blue. You're putting so much pressure on yourself because you're looking for the external validation. This is business branding, right? Jeep, the green, the outdoorsy, but you're more of a stay-at-home, cuddly, on the couch type of person, and you want to be the Jeep color. No. Who are you? That's your personal brand, who you are. Think about putting pressure on yourself for building a personal brand. I'm putting pressure on myself. I'm trying to answer these questions in 30 seconds or less, which is possible. Here's all the different parts of you that should and should not show up in your personal brand in 30 seconds or less. There are 3 different lives that every single human being has. Public life, private life, secret life. 90% of your public life or your business life, let's say that, should show up on your website, social media, the way you interact as your personal brand. 10% of your private life can show up a little bit, like for example, you and your partner, happy birthday partner, like that's great. But the secret life of like having a cheeky cigarette behind an alleyway that nobody sees doesn't belong in your personal brand. There are way too many oversharers out there that are like, oh my God, I took a dump behind this dumpster fire and I'm gonna put this on my website. No. Should you use a tagline for your personal brand in 30 seconds or less? No. Did I just crush that? Done. I figured out the trick. 1-word answers.
I think that's it. Like, we don't need to film anymore. We're just
Done.